Minneapolis set for the third and final match of pool play, and they're going to take on the Lady Cardinals of Hoisington. Minneapolis won their first match of the day against the Lady Warriors of Marion. Went 3, but Minneapolis able to pull it out. And in the second match just concluded, Minneapolis played the Lady Irish of Chapman, took them in 2 games. Pretty easy work for them there. Minneapolis have their work cut out for them, though, playing the Lady Cardinals. They're ranked in 3A state. They're the number 2 seed here into this tournament. Minneapolis possibly with a little bit of an advantage now because they did have, they had played Hoisington earlier in the season at the Russell Invitational and beat Hoisington last match of the day to take the championship of that tournament. We're underway. Danielle Klein with a nice serve. Audie with a good attack, or tried to dig on that. Unable to bring it up. Score the point for the Cardinals, makes it 1-0. Pass up to the net, just a little bit too close to the tape. (2-0) Hoisington. They have the serve. That serve drops right down in front of Krista Frazier. She dives for it, just able to get a hand on it. Unable to put it up. Makes it 3-0 Hoisington. Atwell with a pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Donovan in the middle. Donovan right there. Should have been a catch at the net, but they let him play. Nice back set over the net by McCulloch. And it's kept in play. Good work by the Lady Lions. Donovan hustling to keep that up. That ball's out the back line. Minneapolis challenging her at the net, and that's what they're going to have to do. Keep the outside and the middle hitter for Hoisington off track. They did that at the Russell deal. Went and challenged them at the net and kept them from making the attacks that they like to do. Nice dig by McCulloch. Seamers keeps it in play. Donovan going to take it down the line, but it's just out of bounds. Point Hoisington, they lead 4-1, and they have the serve. Atwell's pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Mallory in the middle. Mallory with a nice attack. Free ball for Minneapolis. Free ball for the Lady Lions, and they're unable to handle that. Makes the score 5-1 Hoisington. Klein's pass is an overpass. And McCulloch's going to be called in the net. Coach McCulloch up. She takes timeout. Hoisington up to a 6-1 lead. Minneapolis not looking like the same team that just stepped off the court against Chapman. They can't make a pass. That first pass is so critical. Coach takes time out and tries to see if we can stop the momentum that Hoisington has going for them. Atwell's pass, McCulloch picks it up. Seamers. Free ball, free pass over the net. Chris Seamers hits it into the tape. Makes it 7-1 Hoisington. It's what you're going to call unforced errors again, and Minneapolis is having their share of them right now. That time McCulloch tried to get up there to tip it over the net. Hoisington was called for a roof. 7-2 Minneapolis trails. Donovan with the serve. Atwell passes to McCulloch. McCulloch sets it right back to her. Audie stays with it, hits it right through the block. Point Minneapolis, makes it 7-3. Donovan will still have the serve. Nice hard serve by Megan. Back set. Donovan with an overpass, and it's going to go out of bounds. (8-3) Minneapolis trails. Nettingham with a good serve. McCulloch sets Goeth with a tip. Set it right back to the outside. Minneapolis gets a block on it, but we're going to get Krista Seamer's call for being in the net. (9-3) Minneapolis trails. That ball's out of bounds. Served out the back line by Hoisington. That makes the score 9-4 Minneapolis. Mallory Goeth back to serve. Minneapolis subs one. They're going to bring Crossan in for Klein. Jordan Crossan up to play the front row. Good serve by Mallory. Going to set the middle. Crossan was there to get a hand on it. Minneapolis unable to cover. Point Cardinals makes it 10-4. Nice dig by McCulloch. Nice switch by Jordan Crossan to go with the, as she's going out sideways, she was almost outside the antenna, but she was able to keep that ball in. It'll be 5 serving 10. Krista Frazier comes in. McCulloch's pass set Frazier to Audie Atwell, and Audie takes it from a nice attack there. Donovan passes it up front, but nobody able to get to it for Minneapolis. It falls in for a point Cardinals, makes it 11-5 Hoisington. They have the serve. Megan's past the middle. Frazier sets McCulloch to the outside. Nice attack by Kylie from the outside. It's dug by Hoisington, but it's taken out of bounds. 11-6. Minneapolis trails by 5, and they'll have the serve. Atwell will be back to serve for the Lady Lions. They'll set the outside. Shinstock tries to set it over the net, and she puts it right in the net, makes it 11-7. Minneapolis trailing by 4. Atwell still with the serve. Set to the outside. Nice dig by Atwell off an attack by Shinstock. Megan Donovan unable to keep the ball up. Punches it into the net. Unforced errors. Something Minneapolis going to have to overcome. Nice dig by Atwell. The dig goes up to the net. McCulloch goes up to try and tap it over, but it falls in for point Hoisington, 13-7. Minneapolis attacking the net. Shinstock sees the attack there, going for the block, and she just digs one in the open corner, open spot on the floor. That puts Hoisington up 14-7 over the Lady Lions of Minneapolis. Minneapolis back on the floor after the timeout. They trail 14-7. Hoisington with the serve. Atwell's pass to McCulloch in the middle. She back sets to Crossan. Crossan with a nice attack. Blocked back down by Hoisington. Mallory able to get it up in the air, but it goes out of bounds. Nobody can cover on that. Makes it 15-7. Hoisington with the lead. Frazier passes to McCulloch. McCulloch with a little tip over the net. Frazier pops up past McCulloch. We're going to set goal to the outside, or back row. Back row attack is dug by Hoisington. Frazier unable to make the pass. Ball goes out the end line. Minneapolis in a pretty good hole here. They're trailing 16-7. This is game one. That ball served right in front of the back row. It falls in for an ace. Hoisington up by 10, 17-7. Minneapolis got to make that first pass. Atwell's pass up to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Donovan to the middle, and she gets an attack, and she hits it through the block. Score the point for Minneapolis. That makes it 17-8. And Jordan Crossan will go back and serve for the Lady Lions. Nice serve by Crossan. That was going to be an overpass. McCulloch was there to go up at the net. Hoisington unable to dig it. Score the point for Minneapolis. Makes it 17-9. Minneapolis trails by 8. Crossan still with the serve. Another good serve by Jordan Crossan. She drops an ace right in front of the back row. 17-10. Minneapolis making a little noise here. Starting a little roll. Crossan back here for her third serve of this rotation. Nice deep serve. Nice dig by Frazier. Atwell's pass to Frazier, back sets to McCulloch. Cross court, dug by Hoisington. They're going to set Nellingham, and it's out the end line. Point Minneapolis, 17-11. Minneapolis down by 6. Jordan Crossan still with the serve for the Lady Lions. Brittany Nellingham with a soft attack from the front row outside for Hoisington, and it drops onto the side court for point Hoisington. Makes it 18-11. Hoisington with the serve. Atwell's pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets goal to the outside. Nice attack from Mallory. That ball goes out the end line. Coach McCulloch up looking for a touch, and she's getting no help from the official. Serve into the net. Seamers will sub in for Frazier. Christo go to the front row. McCulloch back to serve for the Lady Lions. They trail 19-12. Minneapolis needs to get on a little run here. We're going to get Hoisington in the net. Make it 19-13. McCulloch's second serve of the rotation. An overpass, and there's go. It's a stick it back down for Minneapolis. Makes it 19-14. Cardinals are going to sub one. Minneapolis down by 5. McCulloch still serves for the Lions. Good serve. Mallory's there for the block back. McCulloch pops up pass. They're going to set go within the middle. Mallory with a dink. It's dug by Nettingham. Atwell with a good dig. Mallory sets it over the net. Nettingham with a nice attack from the outside. She hits it through the block, and it falls on Minneapolis' side for point Hoisington. That makes it 20-14. Lady Cardinals. Shinstock's serve catches tape, but it falls on the Lady Lions' side. Back set by McCulloch to go within the middle. Mallory catches the back line on that one, falls in for a point. Donovan back to serve for Minneapolis as they trail by 6, 21-15. That one catches tape and it falls in for a point, Lady Blue. Got to make it 21-17. Donovan with the second serve. Nice serve. They're not going to cover it. Hillsboro or Hoisington will take a timeout. Minneapolis back to within 4, 21-17. Lions just need to keep playing ball. They just need to dig everything that's hit at them. Make the right pass, make the sharp pass. Out of the timeout, Donovan with the serve. Hoisington passes, they're going to set the outside. Klein gets a dig on it. She puts it up to the ceiling. That just redirects it right back down on the floor. Minneapolis unable to handle it. Makes it 22-17. Hoisington with the serve. Hoisington with a set to the middle, and that middle hitter puts one right down in front of the camera here. 23-17. Minneapolis needs to score here. Nice dig by Mallory Goetz to keep that ball in play. Can't lose your sight of where you're at on this thing. You got 3 hits, you need to use them. Let's make a pass, set it up, get an attack. Hoisington's serving for the game at 24-17. Seamers with a nice attack, but it's blocked, and that ball falls well inside the white line as Donovan watches it drop. Hoisington takes game 1, 25-17. And we'll be back for game 2 shortly. And we're set for game 2, Minneapolis, Hoisington. Hoisington took game 1. Hoisington starts with the serve. Donovan falling away. She gets an attack, but it's dug by Hoisington. They're going to set the outside. Brittany Nettingham gets an attack on it. Point Hoisington makes it 1-0. McCulloch sets Donovan in the middle, and she's going to get called for a lift. Hoisington. Lady Cardinals up early in the second game. Klein's pass to McCulloch. She sets go to the outside. Mallory with a nice attack, brings it right down the line. That makes it 2-1 Minneapolis. Lady Lions will have the serve. McCulloch with the serve for the Lady Lions. They trail 2-1, game 2. Match against the Hoisington Cardinals. Hoisington sets the outside. Nice dig by Donovan as she keeps it in play. They're going to set it in the middle. Shinstock, she passes it over the net. There's McCulloch, pops it up. That ball is just out, just wide of the tape. Donovan tried to take one down the line and it goes out of bounds. 3-1, Hoisington with the serve and the lead. Nice dig by Krista Seamers to keep that ball in play, and they're going to set it back to the outside. Brittany Nettingham takes it right down the line. (4-1) Hoisington with they have the lead and the serve. Mallory with an attack from the middle. It's dug by Hoisington. Minneapolis can't dig that. Attack up by Shinstock out of the middle. That makes it 5-1 Hoisington. Minneapolis digging themselves a hole again. Seamers pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets go within the middle. Mallory with an attack that's blocked at the net. Nice dig by Audie Atwell. Set to the outside of Brittany Nettingham, and it's dug by Atwell again. Nice hustle by the Hoisington Cardinals to keep that ball up. Set Mallory in the middle, and she gets a nice attack on the ball, puts down a winner, takes it right down the line. Makes it 5-2. Donovan will be back to serve for the Lady Lions. Megan with a nice serve. Free ball for the Lady Lions. Donovan passes it to McCulloch, who sets go within the middle. Mallory with a nice attack, hits it through the block. Shinstock was there for the block. Mallory able to hit through it. Point Minneapolis, brings Minneapolis back to within 2 at 5-3. Another good serve by Donovan. Back set Shinstock. She attacks from the outside. It's blocked at the net. Minneapolis going to be called in the net. Mallory called in the net. She comes across court, try to get a block. Shinstock back to serve for the Cardinals. They lead 6-3. Donovan's pass to Mallory. Mallory sets Seamers in the middle. Seamers with a tip over the net. Middle attack by Hoisington Cardinals just inside the back line. Make it 7-3 Hoisington. Nice serve. That ball starts to die. Good switch up by Audie Atwell. Donovan's pass in the middle. Nice job by Audrey Atwell to just put a tip over the top of the block. 7-4, Minneapolis trails, but they have the serve. Lady Lions will sub one. Crossan comes in for Klein as Jordan goes to the front row. Mallory with the serve. That's going to be called a lift on Hoisington. Makes it 7-5. Minneapolis trailed by 2. Gillis serves 3 feet out the end line. Makes it 8-5. McCulloch's pass to Seamers. Seamers sets Atwell in the middle. Atwell with a nice attack. It's dug by Nettingham. Mallory with the dig on that attack by Nettingham. Nice ball. Hit through the block, and it's picked up. Point Minneapolis. Minneapolis back to within 2. They trail 8-6. As Krista Frazier is going to come in and serve for the Lions. Frazier comes in for Seamers, and she's back to serve. Minneapolis trails by 2. Nice serve by Frazier. They're going to set the outside. Nice dig by Mallory. Free ball. Crossan just taps it over the net. Set the middle. Another good dig. Jordan Crossan called in the net there on that attack. Makes the score 9-6. Minneapolis trails by 3. Hoisington with the serve. Donovan's pass way off the mark as Frazier tries to go pick it. It goes into the standard, makes it 10-6. McCulloch's pass is dug out of the net by Frazier, but she's called for a lift. Minneapolis trails 11-6. McCulloch's pass to Frazier. Frazier sets it right back to McCulloch. Nice cross-court attack by Kylie McCulloch. Hoisington unable to dig that out of the net on the pass. Minneapolis trails by 4, 11-7. Audie Atwell back to serve. Nice serve by Atwell. That ball's dying. Pass goes up to the net. Hoisington unable to dig it out. Makes for the point Lady Blue. Minneapolis 11-8. They trail. They serve also. Audie Atwell still serves. It's going to be called a lift as that ball catches Brittany Nettingham. Just catches her flat-footed. She's unable to move to get in better position. She's called for the lift. Lady Lions back to within 2, 11-9. Another good serve by Atwell. Set to the outside. That ball drops in. Hoisington with a 12-9 lead, and they have the serve. Frazier's pass up to McCulloch. She back sets Crossan. Crossan hits it into the block. Frazier unable to dig it out off the block. The ball goes out the back line. 13-9 Hoisington. Frazier's pass up to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Donovan to the outside. Shinstock's attack, catches top of the tape, throws it off. Minneapolis unable to dig that out. Hoisington out to a 15-9 lead. This is game 2, match against the Hoisington Cardinals, and they won game 1, 25-18. Coach McCulloch takes a timeout. She's going to try and stop this run that Hoisington's on. They've jumped out to a 6-point lead now. Mallory passes to the middle of McCulloch. She back sets to Crossan. Crossan with a miss hit. Catches tape, but it falls in. That's going to be a point Lady Lions. Makes it 15-10. Jordan Crossan will be back to serve for the Lady Lions. Nice serve by Jordan. Pass up to the top of the net. Minneapolis needs to take care of the opportunities they get there. Nice dig. They're going to set the middle. There's Goeth there for the block. Donovan there for an attack from the outside, and it's picked up by Hoisington. Frazier's diving for the ball, trying to get it. I believe that ball might have been out had she let it go, but instead she gets an arm on it, knocks it out of bounds. Point Cardinals, they lead 16-10. Danielle Klein with a nice dig. Sets Donovan in the middle of the, right in the middle of the net. She takes it out of bounds. It's going to be 17-10 lead by Hoisington. That serve goes into the net. Make it 17-11. Minneapolis back to within 6. Kylie McCulloch back to serve for the Lady Lions. As Mallory puts that block stuff right back down on top of Shinstock. That was a good block at the net. Minneapolis back to within 5, 17-12. McCulloch's second serve. Atwell's pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets to go up in the middle. And Shinstock returns the favor on Mallory as she stuffs one right back down on her. Makes it 18-12. Hoisington with the lead and the serve. Atwell digs the pass. Back set to Mallory in the middle. Tip. It's picked up by Hoisington. Donovan with a soft attack from the outside. Chris Seamer's there to block Brittany back down. Makes it 18-13. Minneapolis back to within 5. Minneapolis and Hoisington just trading points right now. Minneapolis needs to get on a run. That goes outside the antenna. That's going to be a point Minneapolis. 18-14. Donovan still with the serve for the Lions. Megan serves 2 feet out the end line. Unforced error, scored a point for the Cardinals, makes it 19-14. Shinstock back to serve for Hoisington. Klein's pass and overpass is put to the top of the tape. Hoisington puts it right back down on Minneapolis' side. That makes it 20-14. Donovan's pass returned over the net and it goes out of bounds. McCulloch's up. Coach McCulloch's up. She takes her second final timeout. Minneapolis trails by 7, 21-14. Ladies come out of the timeout. They trail 21-14. Hoisington with the serve. Another overpass on the serve by Klein, and that sets up the middle for Hoisington, and they stick it right back down on Minneapolis' side. 22-14. Minneapolis got to control that pass. Atwell with a pass to McCulloch, back sets to go, and Mallory hits it into the net. Minneapolis just not taking care of business right now at all. And Mallory comes up big from the outside with an attack. She hits it right through the block. Out of bounds off of Hoisington, point Minneapolis. Lady Lions trail 23-18. Mallory back to serve for Lady Lions. Mallory's serve goes into the net. Hoisington will be serving for the match at 24-15. Brittany Nettingham back to serve for the Lady Cards. Brittany's serve goes into the net. (24-16). Lady Lions trail by 8. Frazier to serve. Back set to McCulloch. Nice attack from the outside by Kylie McCulloch. Hoisington gets it up in the air, but it goes up to the ceiling, comes off too hard, and they can't cover. 24-17. Another good serve by Krista Frazier. Hoisington gets to it. It's going to be a free ball for the Lady Lions. That attack, back row attack for Minneapolis catches Tate. They get it up in the air, but Jordan Crosson's right there to stuff it back down. That makes it 24-18. Minneapolis trails by 6. Krista Frazier still with the serve. Another good serve by Frazier. They're going to set the middle up. Miss hit by the middle. Crosson was there for the block. 24-19. Minneapolis trails by 5 now. Frazier still with the serve for the Lions. Another good serve. That's going to be an overpass. Atwell pops up a pass, and it's going to be set right back to her by Frazier. Touch at the net. And that's going to be a lift. A little lack of communication right there by the two setters for Hoisington, and that ball falls in between them. It's going to be called a lift. Point Minneapolis. Lions down by 4, 24-20. Frazier still with the serve for the Lady Lions. Pass up to the net, set it back to the middle. Soft attack picked up by Megan Donovan. Set it to McCulloch to the outside. She takes an attack, and it's dug by Hoisington. Mallory digs that ball, keeps it up in play, set Crosson in the middle, and Crosson's right there for a nice attack. That ball's going to go out of bounds, but it's kept in play, and it's a free ball for Minneapolis. Mallory's pass to Frazier, back set to McCulloch. McCulloch with a cross-court winner, and that's going to be 24-21. The Lady Lions, they're not out of it yet. They're right back into this thing, and Hoisington Cardinals take a timeout. Minneapolis on a little bit of a run here. They were down 24-17, 24-15 actually. And they put together 6 points, and they're only trailing by 3 now. Lady Lions can't afford to make a mistake because they're setting match point for Hoisington. Krista Frazier with the serve. Good serve. They're not going to get to that ball either. That's going to make it 24-22 Minneapolis. Hoisington took timeout. They hope to put a stop to this little run that Minneapolis got on, and unable to do so there. That ball pass mishandled. It goes out of bounds. Frazier still with the serve. Minneapolis trails 24-22. They're going to set the middle. Tried to swing it with a backhand, and they can't get it over the net. Jordan Crosson's right there at the net for the block. That makes the score 24-23. Minneapolis back to within 1. And Coach Johnson calls second final timeout for Hoisington in this game. Both teams now without a timeout, and it's 24-23. Hoisington with a 1-point lead. Ladies still right in this thing. They got to get this point here. Frazier's serve goes out by 2 feet, and that's the match. They lose game 2, 25-23. There's a big comeback by the Lady Lions. Minneapolis should be the second seed coming out of this pool, so we should be still playing. I'm guessing that we're going to be playing the Hoisington or the Conway Spring Cardinals. That game will be up shortly.